Hello and welcome to my 2-week journey through Switzerland. My trip began at the Vierwaldstättersee. This campsite belongs to a hotel. They have 4 or 5 small parking spaces for campers just next to the lake. And because of the weather, I was the only person camping there. Hiding behind those clouds is the mountain Pilatus. You can go up the mountain by cable car, for example, which was originally my plan for the day, but considering you couldn't even see the mountain, I cancelled those plans. So I booked this campsite in advance for 2 days. Because on the 3rd day of my trip, I was meeting with a friend. I have to be honest. Camping with a Jimny or camping with a small car in general has some disadvantages. Especially when it's raining. I still like it and I still love it. But if you've seen my last video about my trip to Norway, if you haven't, I highly recommend you watch that. I was super lucky with the weather there. There was almost no rain at all, and on the trip before there was almost no rain at all too. I was sick of sitting inside the Jimny all day. I had to get out, drove up the mountain and decided to go for a hike. Then decided not to go for a hike because it was raining a lot. Had lunch and went back down the mountain back to the hotel. On the trips before this, when it was raining, I just drove and kept driving until I would have found a nice campsite or until it would have stopped raining. But Switzerland is a small country. That wouldn't work here. Luckily, I was blessed with a little bit of sunshine in the afternoon. The rain stopped for like half an hour and surprised me with this beautiful view. The following day I was heading to St. Gallen. There I was meeting with a friend. The weather was a little bit better, but it was still raining every now and then. This felt a little bit like Norway again. The rain finally stopped in the afternoon and we went for a hike. It felt unreal. Thanks to the rain, which started again on our way back home, we were blessed with the most beautiful rainbow I have ever seen. Two rainy days later, I'm back on the road, sunshine, and I'm heading to Rheinschlucht. I had to make a quick stop to charge my second battery again, because I didn't drive a lot in the past days, and the fridge was connected to it for 5 days, so it went empty. And the sunshine came just in the right moment. Look who's back. Well, it's safe to say that I was already preparing myself for a really cold night. Already it was below 5 degrees Celsius, and the weather forecast said that it would drop down to 0 degrees that night. And when I arrived at the campsite, the people there asked me if I have enough warm clothes. Which is why I prepared the bed in the Jimny too. If it would be too cold in the night, I could just climb down and sleep in the car, which would be slightly warmer. finally it was time for dinner. And as you can see, the bed inside of the Jimny is also practical because you can use it as a table or whatever. When I decided that I want to go to Switzerland on this trip, I knew that the camping experience would be different from what I'm used to from the north, and that I will have to go to official campsites with other RVs, big motorhomes, etc. Those are places I normally would try to avoid with the Jimny, because I feel misplaced in a sense. In the evening, when it's raining, all around you the blinds go down, everybody's inside, and there's one idiot with a blue car sitting outside in the rain cooking pasta. And that's me most of the time. And sometimes those places have a special vibe when it's like a small community there. That's cool. And this one was cool too, because there was nobody else. After a fairly cold night, I got to see the mountains, which were surrounding me the whole time, but were covered in clouds.
When the crowds have gone, we could talk under moonlight till dawn. We could stay to watch the sunrise, cancel all our plans. We don't need a reason why we just can't. I wish I could stop time and stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while? Got myself free falling deep into your eyes.
As I reached Ticino, the temperatures were rising a little bit. It was like 19 degrees Celsius and almost felt like a summer vacation.
It came to me without warning, but I knew why. I wish I could stop time and stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while? Stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while?
You know, I like campsites where it's quiet, where I'm alone, and where there's no noise. But this campsite had a small airport next to it. And I loved it. In terms of temperature and weather, this was one of the best days. The following day was nice too. As I was enjoying my dinner with this beautiful view, I was considering for a second to keep driving south to Italy, because the warm weather felt really good after those rainy days. But I didn't have that much time left until I had to be home again. So I decided to stay and keep it easy on the next days. Good morning. Waking up on a sunny morning. What a feeling. I wasn't used to that. So I wanted to make the best out of this day. So my first destination was a viewpoint. What you can see on the other side of the lake is Italy. It's times like this that it comes in really handy that the Jimny is so small. This was such a peaceful place with the crickets in the background. In the evening, I found myself at a nice campsite just next to a river. I couldn't see the river, but it was behind this green wall. On the next day, I wanted to go for a hike. And of course, it was raining. Well, There's no way around it. I had to get up and pack my things. But I can say it was worth it. What an amazing view this early in the morning. And I was looking for a cable car, any cable car, to go up any mountain to go for a hike. And I found myself one. I didn't expect it to go this high. It was completely quiet up there. And I had some time to go for a hike. Because until the next cable car that would go down the mountain, it was like 2 or 3 hours, I think. And hiking down was not an option. At this point, I had no idea what was waiting for me. I saw some interesting viewpoints on a map, but didn't know what they looked like, so I wanted to check them out. It was nice, but I kept going. This couldn't be the only viewpoint on this mountain, and I was right. After having lunch in the small restaurant on the mountain, I waited for the cable car back down, and I could see the Jimny through the small monitor there. If I would have to decide which part of Switzerland is my favorite part, I think I would say Ticino. This breathtaking, beautiful place, sadly, has been hit by a terrible flood only a few weeks after I've been there. While I was only a visitor, many local people lost their homes, their belongings, and some even their lives. My thoughts are with everyone who was affected by this. At the time, this was just a peaceful place. And looking back, it's hard to believe how fast things have changed. But it's another reminder to appreciate every moment. And while the sun came out on one of those few sunny days, I headed to San Bernardino. This was one of the few passes that were opened at the time, because many of them were still closed because there was lots of snow. I almost went past this place and I had to turn around, and luckily I turned around because this was an impressive sight. And if you're wondering why I'm driving back south, it's because of the weather. I was enjoying these few sunny days, even though it's said that it would be raining on the day after again. I still wanted those sunshines. And I went back to the lake I had been before. And the next day, the Gotthard Pass seemed to be opened again. At least it said it on the internet. And technically it was open, but yeah, there was lots of snow. This time there was no tow truck needed, because I didn't drive through the snow. I won't lie, I was slightly disappointed that it was closed or that you couldn't drive it. But there were a few more options, so I was heading to the Klausen Pass. like every trip, this one had to come to an end at some point.
On the road, I've been away for far too
This was Wednesday and I had to be back home on Sunday.
West wind's calling out my name. They're telling me to head your way.
And on Friday I was meeting with a friend. I actually met him in Sweden on my first Jimny trip.
Won't be long, I'm there before the setting sun, for you to fall into my arms, the place I call my home. I was looking to belong when I already found my home.
Yes, maybe the music is a bit too dramatic, but I'm afraid of heights. So maybe you can understand why I put it there. Yeah, it's boring without the music. After about 20 minutes, I went back down because there was no path you could walk on. Everything was still covered in snow and the rain was coming. And I made it just in time. And surprise, the rain stayed the whole day. So I went to a place where the rain didn't matter that much. I went to the Rheinschlucht. This place truly is both peaceful and powerful. So on Thursday I had some time to spare because we were meeting on Friday and there was not much that I could do, outside at least, because it was raining the whole time. And the rain really had tested my patience that day. Hours of sitting in the car, looking at the pouring rain and wondering if it would ever stop. Every now and then there was a little bit of sunshine, but that didn't last long. And in the evening there was a heavy storm, which tested me again, because listen to this. The whole night. And at around 1 a.m. I had to crawl into the Jimny because I couldn't find sleep up there. So the friend I was meeting today, as I said, we met in Sweden about 2 years ago. It was in Jokkmokk at the Polar Circle, and we enjoyed Northern Lights, lots of them. He was traveling alone at the time too, and it was nice having some beers again and catching up after those 2 years. On Saturday we went for a hike together and the trip came to an end. Those 2 weeks went by fast as always. And even though the weather wasn't that good, many memories were made on this trip, and that's all that counts.